Hi, I'm Josie Wang, a lead character from Mark Salisbury's new book, Rise of the Hemisapiens. This video is about my intelligent budget application that's featured in the book. I built intelligence into my budget app with Microsoft's new PowerApps, Flow, and Cognitive Services. Technology that is available today. And you too can create intelligent apps like this iApp budget without any programming. This SharePoint list is the data for my intelligent budget. A SharePoint list is just one of the many data formats that can be used to create an intelligent application. To show how my intelligent budget works, I get things started by creating a new budget item. As we can see, an email notice is sent by Flow to the team member responsible for that budget item. The team member makes any needed adjustments to the budget item and approves it. To get help in completing this task, the team member can access learning resources that show what to do, why to do it, how to do it, and when and where to do it. This is part of a larger process with all the stakeholders to establish the budget for a project. And note that Flow manages this process for me. Now, here's where things get interesting. I used PowerApps to create a budget app that connects and manipulates the data on the SharePoint site. My app runs on just about every device. This is what it looks like on your iPhone. Like Flow, PowerApps creates apps that connect to data from many sources. And remember, I created this app in PowerApps without any programming. But wait, there's more. This app has built-in intelligence. It has the ability to understand the natural language of humans. In this example, it answers a question from a team member about what needs to be done to adjust and approve a budget item. The iApp uses Flow to capture the question, send it to Lewis. That's Microsoft's Language Understanding Intelligence service. And no programming is needed to use Lewis either. Lewis processes the question and returns the person's intent behind the question to Flow. Then, Flow looks up an answer to the question and returns it to the PowerApps app to display. This iApp for budgets can also answer questions about why, how, and when and where to adjust and approve a budget item. When it determines the intent of the question, it pulls up the learning resource that answers that question. This iApp can also answer questions about the budget that stakeholders may have. In this example, it answers a question from a stakeholder about what revisions have been made. The iApp can also answer why the revisions were made, how the revisions will affect the project, and when and where the revisions will impact the project. After Lewis determines the intent of the question, Flow uses the team members' comments about the revisions to answer the question. And I can check the backlog to see what questions were asked about the budget and the answers that my intelligent budget provided. The biggest benefits are seen when this iApp is used with many budgets. Team members and stakeholders can ask a question about a budget item in one budget and follow it with another question about a budget item in a different budget. They only get the info they want, and they ask for it in natural human language. It's not hard to imagine other intelligent applications that can make individuals, teams, and organizations more productive. For example, an accountant could create an intelligent app that walks an organization's field offices through a process to make those offices compliant with new IRS requirements. The iApp could answer questions that may come up during the process, similarly to how the accountant who made the app would answer the questions. By creating this intelligent app, this one accountant can greatly reduce the time it takes the organization to become compliant with the new IRS requirements. These new intelligent applications will usher in a new economy where people learn and machines do the work. Mark Salisbury's Rise of the Hemisapiens tells how individuals, teams, and their organizations can embrace these new technologies and the change needed to be successful in this new learning economy. It tells how workers can use these new technologies to develop intelligent applications that can capture their learning and share it. It also shows how teams can focus on collaboration, learning, and sharing their learning. And most importantly, it tells how to lead these new learning workers in growing their brains, courage, and heart to be successful in the new learning economy. At the end of the day, it's not about the technology. It's about what you do with the technology that counts.